And if you don't know, I think that the reason why I keep bringing up Dune is because clearly I'm a fan of Dune, right? But the reason why I keep bringing up Dune is because the aspect of it's just similar, and I make the comparisons in my video that it's similar how Paul Atreides being Timothée Chalamet, somehow always finds some type of way to include himself in the culture of the Fremen people, and he just automatically looked at as a king. And it's like nobody questions it. They questioned it to an extent in the beginning, but once they like people weren't still like they really thought that he was like damn near second coming of Jesus. You know what I mean? The funny thing is about second coming of Jesus and people that think that they are that. The crazy thing is that if anybody knows the ending of Dune, what's usually the thought behind the ending of Dune, right? Like, if you know, you know. I don't want to spoil it for the people, but usually what's the usual case when people think that they are basically the next best thing to sliced bread? What usually happens to them motherfuckers? You understand what I mean? And who are they usually allocated? Is it the villain or is it the hero? And it's crazy how art imitates life, to be honest with you. I don't understand how you do a role like Paul Atreides and don't see how you're a guest in a lot of people's cultures. It's the craziest shit, isn't it? It was God in flesh form. You understand what I mean? And I think that this calls almost back we got to harken back to the fact that this is what Timothée Chalamet really do be thinking about himself when it comes to whatever he pursues. And it's like a Kanye West free thinking ideology of, I just told you what I thought I was, a god. You know what I mean? And we see what also Kanye West has done, making songs about very fucked up people and saying hail them. You know, understand what I mean? Maybe, just maybe, you know what I mean? Hear me out. Maybe we should just shut the fuck up when we are in a culture, when we are a guest of a culture that we don't understand. That's all. And I think that movie, it may be fucked after this. I'm not gonna hold you. It may be fucked after this because I personally don't see how I can look at Timothée Chalamet as a actor to know what he feels as a human and still be able to act. And I believe him. You understand what I mean? Me personally. I know some people can separate the art form and the art. It's just that it's hard when I look at his face and I see the same face of you talking about you had drugs under the floorboards, and then you have people like Russ talking about we should all be braggadocious in our raps, and people just want to hate on the braggadocious in our raps, not realizing that Russ is a guest too. But that's just my theory.